From hotspots to hidden gems with lots of local flavor in between, this is your guide to Pride the unscripted way from Hamburger Mary's Bar and Grill on Santa Monica Boulevard. Celebrating equality, acceptance, achievements, and advocacy. From now until Sunday, grab your friends, family, and flags to follow the rainbow to WeHo's inaugural Pride 2022. Hi everyone, I am proud Pride ally Dana Devon, and while West Hollywood has been home to some of the biggest Pride parties in the world, this year the 1.8-mile city is throwing its own 3-day festival. Who knew? We did, and now you do too.
The city of West Hollywood has been celebrating Pride for decades, but this year is very special because this year is our inaugural WeHo Pride, and we're very excited about it. I've lived in West Hollywood for over 30 years. What I love about West Hollywood is that I am free to be me. We are a very unique city. We are a creative city. The city of West Hollywood was incorporated in 1984. The city is known to be a beacon for all walks of life. We have our Russian-speaking community, which is on the east side of town, and we're just a very artsy city with a lot of design businesses. We have our Rainbow District, which is where Pride kind of happens. The Rainbow District is located on Santa Monica Boulevard from La Cienega to Robertson. The city of West Hollywood is kind of like the mouse that roared. We are very involved with our legislative partners. We were one of the first cities to have marriage equality, a resolution for marriage equality. We were one of the first cities to have a domestic partnership ordinance. And we want people to live the way they want to live, to be free, to be who they are. On June 5th, we will have our WeHo Pride Parade. We have people from all over that come to participate as well as watch.
So there's lots of ways to engage and celebrate with the city. I identify as an ally of the LGBTQ community. I've attended Pride in the past. It is a bundle of fun. It is super celebratory, lots of color, lots of visual enjoyment, and it's just a place where everybody feels loved and accepted, and there's a great sense of community pride.
Who doesn't love a parade? And this Sunday from 1 to 3, don't miss a minute of the fabulous floats or fancy footwork. KTLA 5 will be live in the middle of all the Sunday Fun Day festivities, so tune in, stream it, or watch it from the app right here from the legendary Hamburger Mary's WeHo, and get merry from Mary's all Pride long. Now, LA Unscripted revealing the secret sauce behind the burger joint that's been serving up fabulous food and fun since 1972. This is a glass. Can you believe it? You drink through it right here.
Hamburger Mary's is an amazing, magical place for everyone to come and party. Hi, I'm Jules Long Beach, and excited to welcome you to Hamburger Mary's West Hollywood with all the lowdown, the insights, the intrigue, and the secrets behind this iconic location. It started in the 70s in San Francisco by a magical group of hippies and queers as an open-air bar and grill for open-minded people. And so over the years, we've expanded to a ton of franchises. Some of our locations had drag in different forms, and of course, our legendary drag bingo that happens here has been going for 24 years. At different spots before they found their home here at Mary's. Every Tuesday and Wednesday night, you can join Bingo Boy, Jeffrey Bowman, and fabulous divas as they do drag queen bingo. And it's all for charity. We have fabulous celebrity guests that come in, and it's always for a great cause. We have so many events throughout the week, and of course, our weekends are huge for our famous drag brunch. We've been going for almost 20 years. If you want to come get a leg up on your cocktail game, you have to come to Hamburger Mary's.
I think this is real fish. Stop it right now.
Well, for starters, on our appetizers menu, we have a sampler platter, which is very, very popular to get started. There's mac and cheese balls, which are made in-house. Fried pickles are fresh and made in-house. Tenders, fries, and onion rings. And that kind of gets the party started.
This is the Proud Mary burger. Here we got the barbecue bacon.
Ooh, this is right up my alley. There's more, Dana. There's more.
Oh my
Of
God.
course, there's more. Here's the black and blue.
Black and blue, and it's some blue. Amazing.
We are a restaurant and everyone is welcome. So, Hamburger Mary's West Hollywood has been in the heart of WeHo for 20 years now. We're so excited to be celebrating our anniversary. And it's really like the home spot. We love welcoming in organizations across the board to celebrate their pride with us.
How are we ever gonna eat all this food?
I have an idea.
What?
Queens?
Hamburger Mary's welcomes everyone, whether or not you're in fabulous drag. We have all the party waiting for you.
Cheers! Cheers! You know, I can't imagine WeHo without Mary or Jules. And speaking of Jules, look at this incredible rainbow cake. Speaking of rainbows, I'll hold that. Have you taken your photo on WeHo's rainbow painted crosswalks? It is one of the most glammed spots in SoCal. Now, our Olivia De Bertoli with some tips on how to strike a pose for Pride. I bet you can strike a pose while I eat this cake.
West Hollywood is one of the pioneers of the rainbow crosswalk trends across the country.
I think that they mean like representation, and it sort of creates a space for gay LGBTQ people in like WeHo.
I think it's really a symbol for the city. In fact, our city flag, we have a rainbow version of it. It's important, again, because this is a place where the city has historically had protests and rallies and gathered. When we had our rallies about marriage equality, you know, that's where we were.
You get to see pride, joy, fun, life, no distractions, but what I love is that everyone gets along and anyone could be whatever they want to be.
Well, I'm a painter, so I love color, and everywhere I go, if you can make something happen like a mural or colored sidewalks or anything that kind of enhances your experience, I'm open to it.
Everyone feels safe there and they feel that they are with community. And recently, we updated the crosswalk to be the progress flag.
What do you love about WeHo?
Like most of the world is like set up for straight people. I love that it's like really caters or sort of panders to LGBTQ people. Like there's not a lot of places in the world that do that.
And remember, make sure to tag us in your best rainbow selfies, especially while watching the parade on KTLA. And this Unscripted Pride Party is just starting to sparkle. Coming up, a deeper look at diversity. Plus, we shop with the preeminent pickle, where the local queen picks up her fierce fashions. LA Unscripted celebrates the first ever WeHo Pride from Hamburger Mary's. LAU will be back before the glitter settles. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from West Hollywood's open-air bar and grill, Hamburger Mary's. I'm Dana Devin. This is Dante behind me. He is wearing clothes, trust me, and I know you're not hearing a single word I say, but color me happy, because WeHo's first 3-day Pride Festival is on, and KTLA is here for it all, and so is Hamburger Mary's.
Pride Month is all about inclusion, and Hamburger Mary's prides itself on welcoming people of all ages. Of course, the drag show might have a little bit of adult humor, but we are all ages. Parental guidance may be advised occasionally, but we welcome everyone, and it's a great spot to kick off a fun Pride experience for the whole family, really.
Remember, if you can't hit the WeHo streets, you can still support the important cause. Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m., KTLA 5 will be live from the parade. And I must say, I am so incredibly proud to be part of a station and community committed to keeping you in the know. And now our sponsors at Kaiser Permanente explain why inclusion and acceptance is good for everyone's health.
It is reported that the LGBTQ+ employees earn less than their heterosexual or cisgender peers. But during Pride Month, our sponsors at Kaiser Permanente are proud its local hospitals are being recognized for workplace equality.
We should celebrate the LGBTQ+ community. It's brought so much to our society at large. And at the same time, while we celebrate and acknowledge the contributions, we also have to acknowledge that there is still a lot of discrimination, especially against the trans and gender diverse community. My name is Dr. Holly Kim. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm a gender health physician at Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser Permanente is a large integrated healthcare system. We have 4.8 million members in Southern California, and we really seek to provide well-rounded, holistic care from mental health, medical care, and surgical care for our patients. Back in World War II, Kaiser was actually one of the first healthcare systems to provide integrated healthcare to multi-ethnic and different races. In everything that we do, we want to make sure that every individual, despite sexual or gender diversity, racial, ethnic, language, that they feel respected. 10 years ago, a lot of people would say that they didn't know what trans was or they didn't know a trans person. But definitely in the last decade, there's been a lot more awareness, not just in the media, but I think in people's communities as well. And so when you get to know people on a one-to-one human level, then you understand that sexual and gender diversity is just part of all the different kinds of diversity that make human beings unique. Kaiser Permanente, we're really proud that for 12 years in a row, we have won the Human Rights Campaign, and we are recognized as a leader in LGBTQ+ healthcare equity. And that's really important to us because the Human Rights Campaign, they're the largest American nonprofit organization that really seeks to fight for equality for LGBTQ+ people.
Kaiser Permanente supports me, my community, and my LGBT family. Thank you, Kaiser Permanente.
Kaiser Permanente is involved in a lot of community benefit projects, so if you go to kp.org, you'll find ways where you can participate. Equality is not only good for one's health, it's good for the health of the community and to society at large.
Coming up, local Black queer voices speak out when LA Unscripted from Hamburger Mary's is back from a powder room break. I gotta check this face, because you just wait, the perfection of pickle is next. Weekend long, West Hollywood is throwing its own inaugural Pride celebration. And LA Unscripted plus KTLA 5 continues to celebrate and honor the community, supporters, and allies. Now our Jasmine Simpkins goes off script with the local voices that lift others up.
Pride Month. It's so important because not only is it a chance for folks in the community to come together, but I also think it's an opportunity for people to say, wow, I'm actually still here, I'm still thriving, and I'm leaving a history for other people as well.
I think Pride over the last few years has changed, mainly because it's become commercialized. It's become less of a protest and more of a just celebration of life. And I think there's a utility in all of that. But Pride always will be, always was a protest.
Pride actually started in around 1969, right around the time of the Stonewall riots. It started with people being angry about the injustice they were facing. And so what we find is that in Black Pride or Black Pride experiences, a lot of that is kind of rooted in who are the folks that came before us, what did they do?
When it comes to the Pride movement, I feel like Black folks, we've always been there, even though folks may not know the names of us who have been present. More and more we're seeing the broader LGBTQ movement recognize those names that we don't often hear about. You know, today you'll hear more about Sylvia Rivera or Marsha P. Johnson or Miss Major, but there's even so many more folks, so many more names that we don't talk about.
A lot of the work that I do is led by folks like James Baldwin, Audre Lorde, thinking about Polly Murray and all of the work that she did in her lived experience.
I think in the same way that Black culture at large drives culture at large, Black queer culture drives Black culture, and by association drives the broader culture, right? We're the reason you're talking about shade and tea and snatched at your waist. We are the ones who give you the vocabulary that you're now using all willy-nilly. We're the ones behind your favorite celebrities looking the way that they do, right? But we don't always get that credit, and that's something I'm interested in seeing more, that credit being given to Black queer communities.
While we're celebrating, one thing that we have to remember is that safety is relative for so many people, especially folks in our community, especially a lot of Black trans women. They don't have the safety or the security that many other individuals have.
Just because, you know, we can walk down the street and see a rainbow flag, you know, on the street doesn't mean that we are at that promised land that a lot of folks think we are at.
I always like to tell people that because I'm Black, fat, and queer, you know, I'm everything in this world that people don't like. And so when Pride Month comes around, it's this notion of there's a history of people who fought to make my life a little bit easier. And so now I'm here kind of doing the same thing. And
this weekend, in honor of We Hope Pride, go off script and connect with someone you may never have before. And I am so excited to introduce you to my new bestie, Pickle. Yeah! She dared me to get We Hope Pride ready, and I said yes quicker than my eyelash glue could dry. Okay, so this is your favorite place?
This is the spot. This is where we're gonna find you the perfect outfit for Pride.
Welcome to Zoe's Vintage. I have a very mixed customer. We have beautiful transgenders, drag queens, upcoming superstars, or upcoming actresses, and just a variety, or even just young people that just want to come and play dress up. Friday night. I've always been fascinated with vintage clothing since I was a little kid. And I used to always tell my grandmother one day I was gonna have my own store.
Okay, so when you're shopping for drag, what do you look for?
Well, I think it's really important to consider what kind of queen you want to be. You know, Dana, drag is all about the spirit and self-expression.
Are there female drag queens? Because I only know male drag queens.
Yes, you know, I like to say the only requirement to do drag is a desire to be fabulous.
Are drag kings females?
Typically, but you know, sometimes the important thing to remember is that gender is an exploration and a spectrum. It's not binary.
Okay.
Drag is definitely a sense of freedom for me as a performer. Drag, it gave me the courage to do a lot of things that maybe I didn't feel that I was good enough. I have always had support for my drag from my family. I have a gay father. I have a really supportive mother. I grew up in a really supportive environment. I came out when I was 8 years old. My mother actually, when I said, I'm gonna start doing drag, she said, okay, but make sure that it's not sexist. I've really carried that with me. I really think about when I do drag, I try to remember that the female experience doesn't belong to me. Love to be a lady tonight. So as Pickle, I primarily perform at private events. I do a lot of weddings, a lot of birthdays. I've done a funeral. I also run the LA chapter of a fantastic organization called Drag Queen Story Hour. So I do a lot of work with kids, reading in libraries.
Feminist baby can be whatever she dreams.
There are some people that do drag just as entertainment. There's some people that do drag as a form of gender expression. There's some people that find their own trans identity through exploring drag. There's trans people who also do drag as entertainment.
Okay,
Ooh,
option number
one.
Right? What do we think?
Yeah, I love it. It's a little like I'm going to the club. I
Right?
think we can do more drag.
I mean, it's rainbow, it's fitted.
What is your inner drag spirit telling you?
Yes! You told me I'd know. Every cell in my body is saying yes, yes, yes.
We love this. We really love this. And this is just step one. We still have to get you into hair, makeup, Vaseline. All right, Dana, so now it's time to get your glitz and glam on. So I brought my good friend, makeup guru. She works at Cara Beauty, Chloe Darling, and she's gonna touch you up into the drag spirit.
We're gonna add some color and definitely a lot of glitter.
Yo, glitter is my best friend.
So right now we're just, adding more drama, more depth, which really, that is what drag is, drama.
Are we ready for the big reveal? Here it comes, introducing Double D Monroe.
Yes.
Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
Welcome to drag. I thought in honor of this momentous occasion, I would give you an honorary sticker because you are officially a drag superstar in training.
I'm a baby drag queen.
You're a baby drag queen.
Amazing.
Oh. Now don't take my gig, girl. I will sue you.
Happy first ever We Hope Pride. We'll see you Sunday as KTLA 5 goes off script to cover the We Hope Pride Parade. Be there, unicorns. Thank you all. I love you so much. I love being a little baby drag queen. And happy Pride!